smells good. It smells like classic whiskey to me.
Yeah, I'm getting like a really fruity kind of astringency. It's like, it really just smells like red candy.
Yeah, I'm getting like a fruit cocktail, like the little fruit cocktail cups you can buy in the grocery store,
Syrup.
but like with alcohol in it.
Yeah, somebody spiked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We are Stuff and Whiskey, and we are tasting blind. We don't know what's in either one of these glasses, and that's going to seem pretty apparent very soon. Glass one kind of smells like bourbon. As Erin said, pretty classic. Erin's a social sipper. I'm more of the whiskey nerd.
Yes.
But we're just going to see which one of these hits our palate the best. We do these every Thursday. We'll let you know which one we prefer. We'll give them some rankings, and then we'll find out the price and see if that changes how we feel before we find out what we're drinking. Glass one smells pretty good for what seems to be a over the plate bourbon. Let's smell glass two and see how it compares.
It smells a little more woody, like popsicle sticky.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, especially going back to glass one. Mm-hmm. Glass one is more fruity. Glass two is a little bit more woody, tamed down on that fruit sweetness. It's still kind of there in the background.
Yeah,
At first blush, I was like, oh man, this seems like this might be an older cousin of glass one. Is what it kind of seems like.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, possibly even from the same distillery for all I know. I don't know.
Let's get glass one on the palate.
Glass one on the palate. Cheers.
There's something about glass one that feels familiar and comforting. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit on the sweet side, borderline too sweet for me, but I feel like I've had this before or something related to it before, so it feels, like I said, familiar and comforting.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that.
We always check our palates before we start, just to make sure whiskey tastes like whiskey before we start doing any videos. And we did that with Knob Creek 9-year. This feels a little higher proof than the 100 proof on that.
A little bit.
And a little more fruity, but it also has some elements of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really classic. I mean, I'm going to get one more second sip on glass one because I think it might build on itself.
I will too.
I like the first sip though.
What I will say about glass one is that it's nothing blows me away about it, but I like everything that's there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I'm not like wowed and floored, but I'm enjoying everything I'm drinking.
Yeah, it's I'm in my driver's era. As you can see, I just happen to be wearing the hoodie. Before we recorded, I wasn't planned, but I like to make analogies. I like to compare whiskey to music or whiskey to cars or whiskey to people. And I like to make comparisons to whiskey. Glass one, I'm in my driver's era. I'm going to go on the vehicle front.
Okay.
Glass one is just like a well-optioned F-150. Like it's got a little brawn to it, but it's not over the top. It's, it's got some things you really like about it, but it's kind of also over home plate. It's very enjoyable.
I will say I feel like the proof is there because the second sip, it feels a little more spicy, like proof spicy, not spices spicy, just like a little burning. But kind of nice.
I'm actually getting both. I'm getting the red candy fruit notes up front. I'm getting some a little bit of those gentle baking spices in the background on the finish, and then just like a nice little woodiness that kind of runs through with a little bit of that Pop Rocks tingle on the back of the palate. I really like glass one. It's very well rounded.
I do too. All right, glass two.
Glass two. Cheers. Man.
I like glass two as well. It's sweeter on the palate than it leads you to believe from the nose.
Correct, yeah.
Huh.
Oh man, this feels like the same F-150, except the first one is red, and this one is dark gray. That dark gray Ford color that they have. It's a little more moody. It's a little bit more dark. Mm-hmm. But these were crazy. They feel like they're two sides of the same coin to me.
Yeah, I'm getting more grapiness on glass two. I want to say Dimetap, but I know that's divisive to some people. I mean that in a good way because I loved Dimetap.
I I can see.
So
yeah.
I'm thinking more. I think when I say that, I mean more like artificial grape, because not medicinal grape, but artificial grape. I'm getting that on glass 2 when I wasn't getting it on glass 1. Man, these taste a lot closer to each other than they smell.
Yeah, I have some like residual jalapeno heat on my palate from glass 2. It's just kind of hanging out. There's like that afterburn when you eat something that's spicy.
Yeah.
I've got that kind of heat lingering around, and I like that. I could see it being off-putting for some people. Glass 1 had a little bit more of that pop rock sensation. Glass 2 has a little bit more of that deep heat.
Deep heat.
To me. Yeah, deep heat. That's what they call me in high school, deep heat.
You wish they did.
Yeah, I did too. But
wow.
yeah, this is crazy. The woodiness carries through on the palate. I actually think these are hitting me like really, really nice bourbons. Specifically, they could even be nicer than I think. Like these could be some like top shelf expensive bottles. They're hitting me like I wouldn't mind paying $100 for either one of them.
Wow.
You know, they seem very well crafted to me. This doesn't feel like, you know, just another middle shelf offering that's just getting thrown out there that really isn't worth paying any attention to. Like these seem really nice.
They seem really enjoyable. I don't know if I would say really nice, but I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, so don't listen to me. I like them both, and
that's what I'm having the toughest time deciding.
And they're similar enough, but they're not the same. They have enough similarities to make me feel like they're, I don't want to say a replacement for each other, because there's enough differences that they are not the same thing. So I'm going to say this is a draw. I'm giving both of them a thumbs up because I enjoy both of them. And I think price dependent, I might change my mind if one's like super expensive. I think if you push me and you say you could only have a pour of one more, I might say glass 2, only because I feel like there's something about it that makes me feel like it might be slightly more refined as far as, I think for me, there's a balance on the palate of the sweetness and the woodiness. On the nose, glass 2 is pretty much more woody, but on the palate it's pretty balanced, and I really like that. And so I think I have a slight preference to glass 2, but like it's slight.
Also, you said glass 2 was pretty much more woody.
Pretty much more.
I really like that phraseology.
Oh.
It was cute. That's all.
Thanks. I try.
I think I'm in the exact same place.
Yeah.
If
preference-wise as well?
Preference-wise as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's pretty much a dead draw. I think if you like a little bit more candy sweetness, you're going to like glass 1 better. If you like a little bit more of like a balanced with wood and oak and barrel influence, you might like glass 2 better. I happen to like both of those things, the way that both of these glasses are presenting it. So to me, they're both very strong thumbs up. And we're going to find out the price and see if that changes how we feel. But if they're $100 or less, I'm going to stay a thumbs up. If they're way less than that, I'm going to be thinking about going to 2 thumbs up because they're fantastic value. If they're 150 or more, I'm honestly not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Glass 2 does feel, to your point, maybe like it's a little older, a little better blended, more well refined. If glass 1 is the bright red F-150, glass 2 is the maroon F-150. As
you're talking, the finish on one of these two, both of them, I don't know, is just like lingering. Like there's the finish lasts.
Yeah, they both do that.
So there you go.
Like these are really good. These are really, really good, seemingly bourbon. Let's find out the price on glass number 1 first. Number 28 in our key.
Well.
Is it up there?
Actually, no. It's right where you said, $100. Which
thumbs up.
Leads me to believe that that's the suggested retail price. And it's probably unavailable unless you pay gobs of money for it on the secondary market. Because glass 2 is also $100.
Strong thumbs up on both. Everything I say stands. We used the suggested retail price because that's the only thing. Even that's hard enough to pin down.
That's the only thing that we can like consistently.
And even
that's semi-consistent.
Right, but it varies market to market. If they're not available or they are available but at a much higher price, we will discuss that after the reveal.
I know, but I feel like these probably without seeing what they are yet, I feel like these are whiskeys that should be $100, and if you can find them for retail, they are $100. But for some reason, I feel like they're harder to find.
I would
at least one. At least one of them is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go ahead and find out glass number 1 first. If we were, like I said, this is a draw for us, but if we were push, glass 1 would be...
Does it change? Does the price change your rating?
Because you said it was the same. Glass 2's the same. Both $100.
Yeah.
I'm strong thumbs up on both. Yeah. These are bottles, and we got a lot of bottles, so I don't say this willy-nilly. I wouldn't just add bottles because they're good value or whatever. This is really, really good whiskey for $100.
Yeah, like and I agree. I'm going to say the same as well. I'm typically the resident cheapskate in the family, but I do feel like what I'm drinking is worth $100. Would I pay $100 of my money? Debatable, but because it's debatable, and I feel like it's worth it.
Well, we drank Knob Creek 9-year to warm up, and that's a $35 bottle.
Yeah, that tasted like a $35 bottle.
I like both of these 3 times more than that. I would rather buy 1 bottle of this than 3 bottles of Knob Creek 9-year.
You ready?
No offense to Knob Creek. Respectfully. Glass number 1, number 28 in our key.
Yeah, there's no way we're getting this for $100. If at all.
28 is?
Stag Junior 24A.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's 127.6
Big
proof.
cherry sweetness.
And the Stag is thanks to Justin Williams. So
Justin,
thank you. So yeah, like I said, that's not happening. We're not getting that for $100.
We'll talk about it. Maybe. It's starting to come down.
Okay.
The world is righting itself. We'll talk about it. Glass number 2. What beat it? Number 27.
A. Smith Bowman cask strength, 127.4 proof.
Okay.
And the Bowman is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh.
That's
so thank
the one.
you guys. And
Thank you.
I'm assuming we probably won't be able to find...
We're definitely not getting the A. Smith Bowman for $100.
There you go. I was right. We can't get either of these for the price listed. That's sad. But you know what? It's okay. The world goes on. And we live to fight another day. Also,
we were talking about them being very similar, 2 sides of the same coin. Sorry, Aaron's we're both getting over some sickness. Aaron's just lagging behind a little bit. These are both technically from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. A. Smith Bowman is technically people are going to say in the comments that it's not, and other people are going to say that it is.
Okay.
Whatever. Have that conversation in the comments, please. We'll heart the comment. We'll appreciate you sharing whatever knowledge it is that you have. What I've always heard is that A. Smith Bowman gets the distillate from Buffalo Trace, takes it to their facilities in Virginia, redistills it in their copper pot distillation or copper whatever distillation column, whatever they use, and then they mature it in Virginia. But it starts as Buffalo Trace distillate, if that's true. So it's no wonder that these taste very similar.
Yeah, that raises the question, though. If it starts as a Buffalo Trace distillate, can you call it Buffalo Trace? It's not. They do other stuff to it.
Well, they call it A. Smith Bowman, but parent company Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace and A. Smith Bowman.
Okay.
So it's like Stag is like the...
But then that's like calling Jack Daniels... what else does Brown-Forman own?
No, it's not even like that. It's like saying that Stag is like a Chevrolet and A. Smith Bowman is a GMC. Like, it's just a little bit nicer.
I don't know what that means.
Toyota and Lexus, Honda and Acura. Like, A. Smith Bowman is kind of labeled as like a little bit nicer version of some Buffalo Trace offerings.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. It does taste a little bit nice.
Yeah. I mean, it could be blending. It could be just a little bit more age blended in there or barrel selection or whatever. Mm-hmm. I will say one thing I want to go into this new year speaking to, we're going to try to really key in and make our videos a little bit more fun for us to record, but also information rich for you guys.
Well, that's just going to be a lot of you talking then, if it's information rich. And people are going to be like, let her talk. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to talk. I don't know anything.
But at the end of the day, like, I want to talk to, does what we learned blind or our results blind, do they stack up to how we would have rated this non-blind? And consistently, we feel this way. We feel like Stag Junior and A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength are kind of on equal footing, although A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength does come across a little bit more well-aged or well-blended or whatever.
Yeah.
It has a little bit more refinement, but Stag's got some rough edges, and those can be endearing in and of itself. Also, what? Go ahead.
I just had a moment. how privileged / bougie am I?
Yeah.
Because I literally just drank a Stag Junior. Stag Junior? Stag.
It's the same
Stag.
thing. It's the same thing.
And said this feels familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at you go.
No, that's not something to be proud of. I need to be a woman of the people.
No, you are.
No.
Also, your teeth are very white right now.
Well, thank you. I brushed them like literally 20 minutes ago because I hadn't brushed my teeth the whole day.
I don't think brushing your teeth necessarily makes them whiter. Okay. I love it when Erin does that cheesy smile. Oh, we've induced a coughing fit.
I'm so sorry.
The Stag, what was I going to say? Oh, who are these for? That's the other thing. We want to speak to who are these for. And I think Stag, Junior, Baby Stag, Squat Bottle Stag, whatever. Not George T. Stag, the other Stag in the short bottle. $100. It used to be like $150, $200, $250 in a lot of stores. Nature is healing. The world is becoming better. Availability is getting better in a lot of markets. So Stag Junior is starting to hit at various places.
Is it still called Stag Junior?
As long as there's a George T. Stag, this is Stag Junior. This ain't the Daddy Stag.
But what is it called?
Stag.
They just call it Stag.
But also George T. It's confusing. Calling it Stag Junior removes all confusion.
For people who aren't as well versed in like the whiskey sphere as you are, Stag Junior as a product does not exist
Everybody
anymore.
knows what it is, though.
Not if you're new to the whiskey space.
You know Sazerac Rye?
Stop. Let me explain.
Okay.
If you're new to the whiskey space and you don't know what he's talking about, Stag Junior is what it used to be called. That as a product, if you're looking for Stag Junior on a label, you will not see that most of the time anymore.
Stag Bourbon is what it's called.
Yes. So I just wanted to clarify because that can be confusing if you're newer into the hobby and you aren't familiar as Josh is, and he forgets that sometimes people are watching our videos who aren't as familiar as he is.
Jargon. It's jargon. So like Sazerac Rye, people call it Baby Saz, but like they only call it Baby Sazerac because there's a Sazerac 18-year, and you can just call the Sazerac 18-year Sazerac 18-year. That's less confusing than Stag Junior, Stag Bourbon, George T. Stag. Anyways.
I'm just trying to clarify for the people who may not know.
You know, it is helpful. It is helpful.
Apologies for trying to be clear.
No. What do you always say?
To be unclear is to be unkind.
Exactly.
And I am not unkind.
And we would not want to be unkind to you guys. We just want to share what we know about these so that you can make some informed purchases yourself.
I might be spicy, but I'm not unkind.
Yes, exactly. To the end, and I like a little spice, obviously, by these pours. To the point of who are these for?
Who are these
and
for?
All that we just said.
Me.
If you like high proof powerhouse Kentucky bourbon, if you've tried any Buffalo Trace products and you like that profile, and you also like high proof stuff like a Booker's or a Knob Creek single barrel that's 120 proof or more, any of those products, and you also like the Buffalo Trace profile, these are worth trying if you can find them. With that said, are they worth $200, $250? We're only thumbs up at $100.
Only you can decide on what percentage that is of your pocketbook if it's worth it to you.
Yeah. And money means different things to different people, so we're not going to tell you how to spend your money, but we will tell you how we'll spend ours. And I'm fine buying either of these at $100. And I said that when I was completely blind, not knowing what I was drinking.
I am too.
But I'm not going to go out and pay a huge premium for these.
Yeah.
The only circumstance when I would do that, and I'm just being honest, and you can agree or disagree with this, it doesn't matter to me, it's my money. The only circumstance I would pay more than $100 for either one of these products is if I had tried that exact batch and knew I loved it, then I would personally go up to $150 for either one.
Fair, yeah.
But I have to try it first to know that I love it.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do unless you're involved in a great community where people share samples, which you can get plugged into through our Patreon, which is linked in the video description below. That's also where we do our barrel picks. 2026, breaking news, we're going to do a barrel pick thanks to Bill Kavanaugh, who donated one of these samples generously.
Yes.
He got a Blanton's pick, and we're going to do it as a stuff and whiskey pick. So we're going to go pick a bottle of Blanton's, which is hilarious and awesome. I cannot wait to go pick a bottle of Blanton's. But yeah,
fun.
That's happening in May of 2026. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want to get in on our other barrel picks, again, check that link in the video description.
Yep.
Join in. We do a bunch of barrel picks that have beat both of these in blind tastings for both of us. So if you like these types of whiskeys, which we do, and you want more readily accessible join our Barrel Pit Club.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be good to each other, and until next time.
Cheers. Look at you. It feels familiar.
I have hair that's been
I know.
itching my ear. I know. That's
know what
so
this is.
bougie of me. I feel like such a snob. I shouldn't.
You just said grape on this, and grape is a common note in Buffalo Trace products.
Look at me knowing stuff.
And now people are saying, you're disrespecting Erin by calling her a social sipper.
But I am a social sipper, y'all. Like, it's true. I don't drink unless I'm with other people. And you count as other people because of the internet.
Yeah. And you count too.
Yeah. Well, I do drink wine sometimes, but only when you're here to pour it for me.
Do you drink anything? What do you drink when I'm not here to take care of you?
Water and coffee.
The coffee that I made
The coffee
before
that
I
you
left
make
for
for
work.
me. And I drink water that I get for myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Good job.
sometimes I get coffee for myself at Starbucks.
Okay.
And then sometimes I'll buy myself a Dr. Pepper for a special treat.
So other than water, every other drink in your life is made by someone else for you.
I am a well-kept woman. Okay, when it comes to my hydration, I am well-kept.
Okay.